Hey, Grand Rising, my true tellers. How are you guys doing? Welcome to Unapologetic Real Talk. I see my girls are in the house, Island Girl, and also Vika Real Space says, hello, host Real Talk and folks. So, guys, make sure you go ahead and check out my girl, Vika Row underscore space. Make sure you go ahead and check out her channel, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link in case Vika Rowe want to come in and chop it up, or if she want to just stay in and stay in the chat room. You are welcome, welcome. So let me go ahead and see if I can drop a link, and if you want to come up, Vika Rowe, you are welcome to come in. As you can see right here by the title, it says no script, just us, let's talk. So in here, guys, it is real talk, unapologetic. We are truth tellers. Like I said, I stand on my truth. My truth may not be your truth, but somewhere lies the truth, okay? So let me see if I can go ahead and drop the link in case Vika want to come up. Okay, so guys, make sure you go ahead and check out my girl Vika Rowe channel. Make sure you go ahead and check her out. Okay, so Vika, I went ahead and dropped the link in case you want to come in and talk about some stuff. I'm not going to tell you guys. I saw something this morning that had really triggered me. Like I said, we just talking about any and everything. So if you got a topic of anything that concerning you, if you don't have a platform and it's something that you wants to talk about, or even if you have a platform, if you want to come on and, talk about some stuff, you are welcome to talk. Like I said, in here is unapologetic. Ask me, anything. If I can answer the question, I will answer. If I can't, I'll get back with you. Okay. But in here is real talk. No children, guys, 18 and up. And if you can't stand the heat, then you get out the kitchen. Okay. So before I get into all of the good stuff, let me go ahead and read the copyright disclaimer. It's under section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism. So don't get mad with the messenger, okay? So we leave that out and we get all in our feelings. Oh, I can't believe Lady D said this. She's being such a hater. No, I'm not being a hater. You put it out there in the atmosphere, honey. Trust me. It is what it is. Also for teaching, this right here is teaching, okay? comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. So again, guys, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. And also, if you feel led, if you are getting informative information, something that you think about, but you don't have the voice to say it, go ahead and cash out Real Talk 985. You are not It's not required, okay? It's not required at all, okay? But if you feel led, go ahead and go cash out your girl Real Talk, or better yet, honey, hit the like button, click and share for more unapologetic content, okay? So let me go ahead, and I want to do a mic check right fast, guys. If you can hear me real good, give me a thumbs up. Give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and set everything up. Go ahead and do a mic check right quick, okay? And I'll be right back. So you all, like I said, hey, put your seatbelt on, because in here is unapologetic real talk, okay?
I get it now.
I am back. I am back. So you can hear me real good, guys. Come on and give me a thumbs up if you can hear me real good, because I don't want to make sure that everything is clear. So I'm just doing a mic check just to making sure. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get this party started. Okay, I'm gonna try to see if I'm going to be on at least an hour. Okay, so let's see where I'm at. We're gonna go ahead and talk about any and everything, guys. So much stuff that is going on out there. One particular, I'm gonna go ahead and start off with which, I mean, this right here is, to me, when I see Rosil's, in well, I see Rosil videos. Let me see if I can go ahead and pull this up right quick, guys.
It's very fast.
Let me go ahead and explain to you. Like I said, this right here, I am unapologetic real talk. And some of the stuff, especially when I see Rosil, that's the one, have gotten this African guy, and, he's supporting her lifestyle, and, trying to, show her something that most likely, she never seen before. But a lot of her content, guys, it's like a shock value. To me, it's like a shock value, especially what I'm about to show you. I'm about to show you a little small clip right here, especially how she dreamed of a certain lifestyle, and we already know how, where she came from, which I don't despise anyone humble beginning, but I also don't like to see people how they like to step on our people, which, like I said, someone also had put it in the comment this morning. Is sometimes you just have to look at it when it comes to our people, they are doing things that is willfully, and that has stuck out, to me the most when she came in. I can't think who the person had left that comment and said, Lady D, I like your content, keep, bringing light to all the stuff that you see. But also when it comes to our people, and it's not her exact words, but she did say what stuck out the most is that it's willfully. So willfully means that you're doing it, but you continue doing it. Okay. And when I saw, I didn't watch the whole thing. I just saw one thing, and after that, I was just done. Okay, I went ahead and that's just my opinion. It's not yours, but my personal. I just went ahead and I couldn't watch it anymore. I went ahead and unsubscribed to that right there, because it left the it a shock value, especially when it comes to our people always wants to have somebody else's back, but we don't want to take care right here within our own. So what you're going to see right here, I want to show you just a little small clip of Rosil been carrying this child around, bobbing the child head, and she does not want a stroller. Many people had told her, to go ahead and get a stroller. She does not want. She wants to go around and bounce this child, all over the place. And the child is in a what you call that, a straight jacket, and it is so tight and bound up. He can't move, can't do the things that a child normally do. She got him so strapped up tight. But really had gotten me and stuck out the most is it's a young black beautiful goddess, that is carrying her bags like, she's some type of help. And you can see when it comes to this young beautiful black goddess, you can see that she's very conservative, but she's struggling with luggage. And we know, hey, we're not going to struggle all down the street with no luggage. And that's exactly what you see when it comes to Rocio. She got this black beautiful melanated goddess all around the park, all over the place. It's because she don't wants to use a Uber because she want everybody to think that she's shining, she's about that life, not knowing that's what they do. Especially when it comes to a black person. With that's how I see it. More like a help, and that's what I see right here. So let me show you right quick, okay, before I get into it.
It's very fast.
It's gonna be very.
It's very fast.
Hold on. So let me see if I can keep it up. I don't know if I can,
It's very fast.
but I think you had saw it, guys. When you saw, let me see if I can make my screen a little bigger. Hold on one second. I'm trying to see if I can make my screen a little bigger. It's something that I did wrong. Okay. Just bear with me. Give me a few seconds. Let me see if I can get this the right way. Okay. So let me see what I have done. Okay. Something that I did wrong. But I wanted you to see it. I was trying to upload it, but for some reason it didn't let me upload. I don't know if you guys can see me real good. Hold on one second. It's something that I went ahead and I clicked, which was not the right thing to click. Okay, so let me see if I can go ahead and get out of that right quick. YouTube then came up with so many different guys, so many different. Hold on one second. I think I clicked myself out. Hold on one second. Let me see where I'm at. Hold on. I know I went ahead and clicked myself out. Just bear with me, trying to see if I can go ahead and get this right. And then I can go ahead and get back into my commentary. So just give me 1 second, trying to see if I can get out this. YouTube have updated, and I need to go ahead and take time to see exactly some of the stuff that they had put on. Okay. So I hope you guys can hear me real good. So I see someone, Alan said, imagine shaking my head. When you see it, you cannot unseen it. Absolutely. It's like a shock value, guys. I'm trying to go ahead and set my screen right, guys. Give me 1 second. I might throw myself out, but I will get it together. Okay. It just take a little time to try to figure this out. You wouldn't be you can't see it on your end, but I can see what I was doing. Okay. Also, she said when you see it, you cannot unsee it. So let me go ahead and show it to you one more time, guys. I was trying to go ahead and set it up, but for some reason it didn't let me download it. So let me show it to you one see if I can show it to you again. Okay.
It's very fast.
It's
It's very fast.
did that, but it's so fast. But I wanted you to see how you saw this young, beautiful, melanated goddess, how she was in the back, toting her bags. And I'm thinking, if she would have had the bags, because I know that Rocio, she has the baby, but they were going to get into a Uber. I didn't think that, they were going to walk all around the park. To me, it's like Rocio, she was parading that, hey, I got a maid. That's exactly how I see it. That's how, if we was have seen something like that in the United States, we would have called that sister out. We would have pulled that sister to the side. I promise you, we would have pulled that sister to the side and told her, look, we don't do that down here. Let me see if I can pull it up again, guys, on another, if I don't mess something up, because I want you to see this. I want you to see it. We would have pulled it to the side right here in the United States. If we would have saw this young melanated goddess carrying someone luggage, struggling. First of all, we are not going to see our sisters do that. Not a man. A man is not going to allow that to happen. Okay. If anything, the man gonna sit there and say, oh, I'm gonna take your luggage and I'm gonna carry it, but Rocio got this young, beautiful melanated queen, and I understand, exactly what a sister had said this morning, that most of all this stuff It is willfully. It is willfully. We know that it's not right, but we continue doing it because, we don't want to take the time to educate ourselves. We might sit there and say we doing a favor, but in their eyes, it's not a favor. It's like, oh, I feel superior now. I feel superior that I got a black woman behind me carrying my bags. Make it make sense. That's exactly how we would see it down here. Okay. I promise you. Now, she may not see it, but I promise you that's exactly how we would see it down here. So I'm trying to see if I can pull it up. For some reason, it's not letting me pull it up. So you can guys can see a little longer, the ones that didn't watch it. On her channel, but I had enough, because most of the stuff that she is doing, most of the stuff is just shock value. All that is shock value. Okay. And to me, it just makes me grit my teeth to see that we are now in what I call the year of 2025, and we still wants to act like the mammy, the maid, and the help. Okay, so let's go ahead and make it make sense. I don't know, for some reason it's not letting me pull it up. I don't know why, but I know you saw just a little small snippet. Okay, which maybe the Most High God may have wanted me just to show just that little small snippet. Let me see if it's going to let me pull it up. I'm trying to see if I can. No, I don't see it. For some reason I only see it on one. It's not allowing me to see it. So I see my girl Vika Rose, she said there and say exactly a maid. Absolutely. Also, she said she supposed have called an Uber to pick her up right from the door of a hotel. That's what I thought. I thought, that when I saw the sisters had that bags, the luggage, I'm thinking, that, they was going to jump right into a Uber, but Rocio went ahead and took this young woman all around the park, all around the park, all around the park, carrying luggage. Make it make sense, guys. You can't make this up if you want to. Hey, Anita, let's see Anita in a long time. She says, holla, Lady D and chat. Also, guys, make sure, if you're coming in here, go ahead and check out my girl Vika Rowe, guys. Vika Rowe _ space. Okay. She also said, our people like cheaping themselves for nothing. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's just so sad. It's just hard to, to see, to phantom things like that, especially when we are now of what I call 2000, in 25, and we still acting like the mammy, the maid, and the help. And this is not being mean. I promise you, this is not being mean. And all this right here is being real talk. I don't think that if we would have seen this right here in the United States, we would have never allowed that to happen. Okay. I promise you that would have never allowed that to happen. But to see Rosia run
It's very fast.
this young girl carrying the bags in the bag, and she can't say, well, I had the baby. No, you had the baby, she had the luggage. Soon the minute y'all stepped out of the hotel, she should have had a Uber. And that's real talk. Okay, that's exactly how I see it. But it's just so sad. It's so sad when it comes to my people. Okay, so let me know what your thoughts about it, guys, because most of the stuff that I see what she do, I understand why the people that's in that village call her racist, because we already see how she value when it comes to black people, and I just can't wait to see her go back to that village, because I don't think that, people, and I'm talking mostly my people, is going to continue funding that lifestyle to her. They going to ship her back into that village. And I just wants to see how it's going to just make her just like when she came back last month, where she had pretty much, as she say, got sick, where Maui had to help her into his mother's house because all of a sudden she just was fainting, about to pass out. Okay, because like I said, they don't want your life, they don't want to know anything about your culture, but they just need a back to step on so they can get to the top. That's exactly how I see it. Okay, and that's real talk. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and move on, because there's a lot of stuff that is going on right here in our neck of the woods. And in here is unapologetic real talk. When you come in here, don't be like, oh, I can't believe she said that. I've been on here almost for 3 years, guys, and I'm not changing. And I don't care, if I'm in here by myself, I'm not changing. Okay. So I'm letting you know also, YouTube, you might as well go ahead and take me out, because you got me way in the back of the boondocks. But I am not changing. I'm not going to come in here and sugarcoat or come in here and tickle your ears. They put it out there. Hey, I'm not going to paint a beautiful picture. I'm going to paint as I see it. And that's real talk, unapologetic and nine bias. Okay. Island Girls said real talk and true facts. Absolutely. I have to stand on my truth. I have to stand on my truth. Also, Vika Rose says, but what does that beautiful lady stand to gain for doing all that for her? She also arranged a hotel too. Nothing. And she's not a YouTuber. Nothing. And like I said, I understand when it comes to our people, we some nurturing people, especially when it's outside people, we like to help, but how long you gonna allow what I call the kingdom worms, the palmer worms, the locusts, and the caterpillars to continue sitting there making a fool out of you? And that's the part that I don't understand, because we already know she when it comes to Rosia, let me see if I can go ahead and pull this up right quick. She's nothing but a great pretender. A great pretender, guys. She's not about that life. It's nobody being jealous. She wants to go and look at the high ends of stuff, window shopping, because, she has big dreams with a poor man mentality. If you had some big dreams, why did you ran after Mao? In a rural part of Africa called Nabahansi, a little small, swampy, rural village, and why did you pick that type? Because, like I said, there say she knew that she was getting up in age, and she saw an opportunity, and she ran with it. And now you see, when it comes to Mao, they both sit there and they benefit from each other. He thought that if he get a European or whatever they go ahead and call her in that village, a Mazuga or whatever, that he was going to get those clicks and those likes and all this other stuff. But like I say, what's the purpose of gaining the entire world and losing your soul, losing your daggone mind, making a fool out yourself? Okay, so let me see if I can go ahead and pull some stuff up. And like I said, hey, they put it out there, they air it out, they are free game, and I'm thinking, the way that she came in the village, and how she had, the people that was in the villagers, cleaning and bowing down to her, and when they didn't cater to them, they went ahead and they built a tall gate, and they closed them out. But I'm thinking, she came from money. I promise you, I thought that she came from money, but what she was to me, she was nothing but a culture vulture. She was nothing but a culture vulture. Just look at it, wanting to look like them, thinking that, hey, I can go ahead and I could put braids in. And I'm not telling you we the gatekeeper, but, we kind of the gatekeeper when it comes to braids, because, it's a part of our culture, and it's symbolic, especially when it comes to braids. Go and do some research when it comes to why, especially when it came to our ancestors, we used to braid our hair. It was like a roadmap. It was something that, you know was to get us out of the bondage that they had put us in, and they not really about that life. I promise you, all they are what you see, what I call culture vultures. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you one more thing, and after that I'm gonna go ahead and move on from that. But it is what it is. And in here is unapologetic real talk. Hey, I can't sugarcoat. I can't sugarcoat. And that's real talk. But this is where Mawa had to go out. Right here, you see this right here. This is not in Nabahasi village, in a rural part of Africa. This right here in her backyard, her parents' backyard in Argentina. This is what Mao went to. He went to something like that. I can't make it up if I want to. Okay. And this is not to embarrass anyone, but you trying to step on my people. And I'm the type of person, honey, I am my brother's keeper. When I hurt, when I see they hurt, we all should be hurt. And that's exactly how I see it, because enough is enough. How long are we going to allow this to happen? Someone got to sit there and say enough is enough. Okay. And that's real talk. So this right here, it was worse than this. hey, that's just uh when you see right here, I promise you might sit there and say, "Oh, Lady D, it can't get worse than this." Yes, that was the way that her parents was living, their backyard, and this is not the shame no one. I'm just letting you know that you allowing these outsiders thinking just because they got that skin for the protection that oh, you supposed to bow down to them. They ain't no freaking gods. Everything that they got, yes, I'm going to say it, get mad with the messenger. Everything they got because off the backs of you. We got right now, we got this young guy, they call him Abraham Tyre, which we're gonna and talk about him from Burkina Faso. He's shutting the doors on them. They don't even want to leave out. He's shutting the doors where they're trying to make war with him. But he don't care because this is our land. This is our people. You came in and you ate off enough, and you sat at our table and felt like we couldn't even sit at our own table. But now the most high God is raising up an entire new generation where this young generation is saying enough is enough. And that's real talk. Okay, so just look at this. And I know that a lot of people, oh, I can't stand Lady D doing this. What is she's doing? Like I say, they put it out there. But it's so sad when we allow stuff like this to happen. And that sister, she was on the money when she said willfully. What she meant that willfully, just like I said earlier, that these people, they know what they are doing, but they still doing it because they think that they supposed to be at the bottom. God is, you are the top. These people ain't nothing but vultures. They are there just to suck the life out of you. And that's real talk. Okay. Hey, Mary Moore. Mary Moore is in the house. She says she's Latina trail trash. Okay. Yes. And also she says, Island girl, back America women don't hold back and do not bite their tongue. Absolutely. And I can't. I can't sugarcoat. I cannot sugarcoat, because like I said there and say it, our people been going through so much for so long. Someone got to say enough is enough. This is not right, guys. I promise you, this is not right. This is not right. So let me go and see if I can pull one more up. And after that, we're going to go ahead and move on. But, enough is enough. Someone have to say enough is enough. And that's exactly how I see it. Enough is enough. It took Mawa to come and show her a life that she wasn't even used to. All she came with, which I was surprised when she said that, she came with just the bags on her back. Yes, the bags on her back, but yet he wants to look down at him and his people. Like I said, when it comes to Mawa and Rosia, they are like oil and water because she's looking for that life. She's looking for someone to get her to that top. Trust me, honey. If you didn't got there a long time ago, you ain't gonna get there now. And that's real talk. Okay. So let me go ahead and see if I can show you a little more. And after that, okay. So let me see if I can
Let me show you.
pull up.
This, so my parents' house is in the front. It's there. They live there.
Hold on. I hold on, guys. Let me move myself out of this right quick.
This, it has also, of course, individual entrance.
And that's the clean up version, guys.
This is the backyard.
Look at that.
That I also want to do some renovations.
So let's go ahead and talk about that. How she said, she also wanted to do some renovation. She couldn't do it unless she had Mawa. She couldn't do it. This man came down there and with his boots on the ground because he know that he's a content creator. He knows that, he's a public figure and he knows people are watching. So it took this black melanated man to go way up there to Argentina to clean up her parents' backyard. Now, if she was all about that life and she's all about Prada and Fendi and Gucci and Versace, why she just didn't want to see her parents at the age that they were, living a very comfortable life? Why she wanted to see her parents, like what we call down here a junkyard dog. You remember Sanford and Son, right? That's exactly how that backyard was. But it took Mao. Now she had a vision for it. But if you had a vision for it, why you didn't clean it up before Mao came up there? Make it make sense. In here, what I said is unapologetic, real talk, and it is what it is. Okay. So, Island Girl said, Mary Moore, I knew I loved this channel. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Not too many people can say that, Island. Not too many people can say that because everybody wants to hear a lie. Nobody wants to hear the truth. Everybody wants to stroke people's ego. But this is the time right now where we can't just stroke your ego. It is what it is. We're going to call it like it is. And we are now in what I call the age of information. It's already out there. It's not something that, oh, Lady D just being mean, Lady D just poking fun. No, like I said there and said, you're not going to be the great pretender out there and put this delusion that you all about this life that you can fake it until you make it. Oh, no, you can't fake it until you make it because we see straight through you. We see straight through you. You do not add no value to the ones that's in that village life, in that rural part of Africa, Kenya, Nabahansi. You don't add no value, no value. If anything, you taken from out of there. Most people, when they come in, they deposit. What have you deposit? But complaining. But complaining, that's it. So many children that's in that village, all those rooms that's in that mansion. You could take one of those rooms and teach these kids arts or something. But no, all you wants to do is just walk around complaining. Can't even clean one room, guys. Got one room and can't even clean one room. Okay. Island Girls say, I love this channel for real. Speak the truth and shame the devil. Absolutely. Like I said, ain't nobody mad but the devil. And trust me, they mad because they know when I come in here, I don't bite my tongue. Yes, I want clicks. Yes, I want likes, but I also wants to tell the truth. Now, my truth may not be your truth, but somewhere lies the truth. And I know when it comes to pictures and videos, it is what it is. And that's real talk, okay? It's real talk. What's for me is going to be for me. But I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Island Girl also says she also looking like, oh my God. Yep, absolutely. Rosil has absolutely nothing when she went to Africa, not even a suitcase. That woman is a bum perpetrating a fraud. Absolutely. It's what I call false evidence appearing to be real. False evidence appearing to be real. Something that's appearing to be real, but like we say down here in the deep south, don't have a pot to pee in and a window to throw it out. Now, my grandmother would tell you the truth. She won't say pee, she say piss. Don't have a pot to piss in and a window to throw out. And that's exactly when it comes to Rosia. Rosia, she couldn't even get a air flight, a plane ticket to get to the village. What she was doing is she was just slumming in people houses until she made it to Africa. That's exactly what she's doing, living with strangers. And now she think that she still can live what I call a gypsy life. One of these gypsies, you remember the gypsies, they wherever they lay their head, it's their home. Let me say it again. Wherever they laid their head, it's their home. They don't care where they lay their head at. But you got a child now. You can't live the same life that you used to live when you didn't have this child, got this child bobbling all around. Come down here in the United States and go and walk all over the highway and everywhere with that child attached to you, strapped to you real tight, head bouncing. I promise you, they will call CPA. They will call, not CPA, CPS. They will call CPS on you. I promise you. Try that mess down here in the United States, walking on the highway with that child. And when you tell her that, get a stroller, she wants to get upset. Oh, I know what he needs. No, you don't. No, you don't. You just think you know it all. Until that child start having complications. Child can't even see. The child, he can see now. The child is like 7 months. He can't even enjoy the little vacation that she's giving him because he's stuck to her. It's a reason why the child is asleep when he's on you, because he's close to your breast. That's not good 24/7. And I understand, you taping, and he's not there 24, maybe an hour. That's still too long. He can't catch no fresh air. He's out there just smothering himself with all the toxic that's in the atmosphere, because he can't get no air. He can't get a clean air. You can't even, he can't move and stretch All you see in his head bobbling, bobbling, bobbling. That's all you see it. That's all you see. Mary said Rocio had absolutely nothing, absolutely, when she came there. Just the clothes on her back. Sanford and Son. That's exactly. Vicaro know exactly what I'm talking about. Sanford and Son. Okay. Mary Moore said, Island Girl, she's still looking like a man mixed with, oh my God. Also, Mary Morris say the only reason she got pregnant was to try and trap Maui to get what he has, i.e. the villa. And like I said, you can't stop people. That's their opinion. And all here is allegedly, but like I said, you can't stop people from saying what they want to say. This is freedom of speech. This is freedom of speech. So you can't get mad, just because people see you for who you are, because you and Mawa is like oil and water. This man I saw yesterday, and what he said, I really caught it, and it grabbed my attention when he went into his backyard, and has like a little small stream of river, and he went and he took a shower in the river, and he talked about how it makes him feel going into the river. It's like Mother Nature is opening herself, like he's in the womb of Mother Nature. And it really had captured my heart, because it made sense, because we are a part of nature. We are connected to nature. And to see that he loved nature so much, he loved going out there and we call grounding, where you walk out there bare feet, and and you're connected to the earth, Mother Earth, and you're going outside, and you're bathing in the river. That's being connected to nature. That's not her lifestyle. That is not her lifestyle. Her lifestyle is going around shopping, trying to find high end stores, and trying to live that life, faking it until she make it. But the thing about it, guys, is that she's trying to do it off the back of a black man, make it make sense. And just like the sister has said this morning, where she done had enough, because this right here is what she called willfully. Okay. So Mary Morris says the only reason okay, I read that one right there. Okay. Also, Island Girls said, don't forget all them mommy in the village that was catering to her every need. Yeah, these talking about the people. Talking about the people that was in the village catering to her, bowing down to her. And that's what she loved, because they think that, oh, you're supposed to be servant to, you're supposed to be the help, you're supposed to be the maid, you're supposed to be the mammy. But we don't do that no more. Like I said there and said, honey, that script and turn right now. The first gonna be last, and the last gonna be first. And especially when you ain't bring nothing to the table, you think that I'm going to go ahead and bow down to you. Devil, you is a liar, and the truth is not in you. Okay. And that's real talk, unapologetic. Okay. So also, Vika said, Mary, unfortunately, she can't towel the village to Argentina. She wish she can, but the thing about it is that she felt, and this is my opinion. Hey, you can get mad all you want. She felt like, oh, okay, I can sit there and I could get a cash cow, and once I get that cash cow, then I could get part of that. But like I said there and say, that is a village. So you think that you can be able to come in and do the same thing that your forefathers did? No, no, not at all. Because I don't think that the villagers is going to allow that. I saw some young women went in there. I think it was, I don't know when they had went in there, but I know that I saw the video the other day. Beautiful melanated women, and she don't even want women. She's very intimidated of African women when it comes in that village. And they was right there on the scene, and it feels like a fresh of how you said it, say a breath of fresh air, just to see these melanated goddesses was inside his villa, where he was showing them around. Beautiful melanated guys. I sit there and say, shoot, I wish one of them would have went ahead and hit on her, because she's not married. He's not married to her. And I don't even think if he didn't get married to her then, he ain't gonna get married to her now. And that's real talk. Okay. So also Mary said, I can see through Rosia and her intention. She's not a good person and a true racist. That's her opinion. That's opinion. So like I say, hey, don't get mad with the messenger. They know Rosia better than I do. So hey, I can't get mad. They call her row racist. So they know what you're seeing right now, what I had showed you. You got someone that's trying to show you a good life in Argentina, a good vacation, and making sure it's comfortable and enjoying, but yet you sitting there, you wearing her down with luggage. Make it make sense. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. Let me go ahead and show you again. I wish I could show you a full one, but I did it wrong. Okay,
It's very fast.
look, you saw it. Look,
It's very fast.
this young melanated goddess carrying a bag. I was just so upset, guys. I'm just not going to tell you no lie. I was just so upset.
After we finish with the first part, but then I want to do second project, but this is for the future. For now we have to clean.
Look at that. Got this man cleaning. Because, like I said, they think that anything that's close to white is close to God. Devil, you is a liar, and the truth is not in you. Don't have me to break that down. You are God and goddesses. Your melanin that's in your body, they trying to zap it out to put it in them in order for them to stay alive. See, the thing about it is that you guys don't like the research. Our people are destroyed because of lack of knowledge. When you go out there, the sun makes your skin glow because you are connected to Mother Nature. But when they go out there, what happened? Blisters, bruises, boils, cancer, everything. So you are connected to Mother Earth. Know who you are. Island girls say African women are beautiful, very beautiful. We are melanated goddess. And the thing about it is that we know how to feed the spirit. She can never ever feed the spirit because they don't have that connection to feed the spirit. If anything, like I said there and say, this is all what you call lust. This is what you call lust. That's why it never lasts, because they going after something that's unequal yoke. Only a black melanated goddess can know the struggles, and the inside of a black man, because that's who she came out of. But they cannot say that. Why you see this other guy, this young guy, they call him Woody Maya, Chana, I mean, millions of subscribers, because he got a melanated queen right there. Iron sharpen iron. You can't be around things that's unequal yoke. And that's real talk, guys. Mary said, yeah, she had Hillary walking, or I guess her name is Hillary. She had Hillary walking behind her and toting all her luggage. I was so furious when I saw that this morning. Absolutely. I just was upset. It triggered me. I promise you, it triggered me where I just couldn't. I say, that's it. That's it. That's it. I just couldn't no more. It really triggered me when I saw that. When I saw that young woman. When I saw that young woman carrying her bags, it really triggered me, guys.
It's very fast.
It really triggered me, guys.
It's very fast.
It really triggered me. It sent a shock value, because I promise you, she wants to live that life. And everybody think when they comes to the United States, they have arrived. I promise you, you wouldn't have never made it in here, because we don't play that. We shining a light to stuff like this because we are now waking up, and we are 10 toes down, honey. We're not going to sit there, and we're not going to settle for this right here. You ain't gonna.
Maro
That's
came with the
backward.
idea that I want to
Look at that.
help
You wasn't
cleaning
gonna
this
help.
space.
You wasn't gonna help. All you was gonna do is
We
run your
need
mouth.
to hire a container and remove these things, and there's a lot of metals and things that also my parents used to have here, and we need to get rid of them or find them a better place. And on this side I have the studio. We have a window to window that
Now all of a sudden the vision is coming to plane, because who she have? Who she have? The black man to make it come alive for her, to make the vision come alive for her. Lord have mercy. Like I say, this right here is what I call willfully, okay? This is willfully. Island girl say, Mary, why are you furious? I would not be the girl allowing herself to be used like a cherry drum, a red, a real black fool. I ain't mad. My God, it just was so horrible, guys. I'm not going to tell you no lie. It was just so horrible. When I saw that, it was just so horrible. Let me see if I can pull. I don't. I probably can pull it up a little bit because I thought that I had it. Let me see. I don't think I could pull it up because I went ahead and deleted it. Let me see if I can find it. Might not let me get it. Hold on one second. Trying to see if I can find that video for you guys. Because I went ahead and deleted it. I couldn't take it. I couldn't take no more. That right there, I promise you, I'm not going to tell you no lie. When I see stuff like that, it really gets into my spirit. That's why I don't really watch TV. I don't watch stuff like that because it really gets into my spirit. I'm not going to tell you no lie. Let me see if I can show you just a little bit. Hold on one second. See if it's going to let me pull it up. Oh boy, it's hot in here, guys. And the reason why, because I have those lights, because I do have my AC unit on. Let me see if I can go ahead and pull this up right quick. This might not let me pull it up. And I don't want to get out. So hold on one second. Let me see. Nah, it's not going to let me pull it up. But yeah, I saw it on her channel, guys. It really triggered me. I'm not going to tell you no lie. Let me see. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can share the screen. It might let me see it. And guys, if I go in and out, let me know because the weather is kind of bad up here. Okay. Now it's not gonna let me pull it up. I'm not gonna do it because I don't want to get a copyright. I'm not gonna pull it up. But it's time for our people to wake up, guys. It's time. Enough is enough. Um, m- uh, Mayor Moore said, "Girl, she won't get that treatment in New York City." Oh, most definitely. Let her try. Let her try. Let her try in New York City. Coming with that mess. I promise you, honey, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Come to New York. Even come in the United States with that. Come in the United States with that. It's not gonna work. I promise you. It's not gonna work. Not at all, honey. It's not gonna work. Not at all. It's not going to work. So let her come in the United States with that. Also, said Island Girl, I was furious because of the way she was leisurely walking around the park and had Hillary pulling her luggage like a slave. Absolutely. I thought I was able to pull it up, but I'm not going to pull it up. I just go ahead and get a clip and let you guys see. But if not, y'all can go and watch it yourself. Okay. Ain't no hating over here. It's just a fact, enough is enough. I really think that enough is enough. So guys, I got about a few more minutes. And after that, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. But it's just so disheartening, to see stuff like that. She volunteered to be a slave. Absolutely. And the thing about it, guys, is that, you know, she looked like she's I guess her name is Hillary because I see where people is calling her Hillary. Um, and I know she's aware of a lot of stuff because she don't wants to be on the cameras. So if the girl said that she didn't want to be on the cameras, why did Rocio film her? That's the part that I don't understand. Why did you put on film? Because you want people to see that you had a mammy, a help, someone serving you. I wish I can pull it up, guys. I'm trying to see. That's sad, guys. That is so sad. I'm trying to see if it's gonna let me if this the one. I don't want to pull up no anyone. So let me check. I'm just checking to see if that's the one. That's horrible, guys. But I got a few more minutes, and after that, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. But I kind of think that you all understand exactly what I am talking about. That is horrible. Very horrible. Especially, like I said there and say, in the 21st century, we allowing all this stuff to happen. Make it make sense. I can't make this up even if I want to. No, I can't pull it up. It's not letting me pull it up. And I don't want to get disconnected. No, I'm gonna leave well enough alone. But it's horrible, guys. Yes, her name is Hillary. Okay, but that's sad. That is real sad to see that happening in the 21st century. And I promise you guys, that would never ever would never ever been accepted down here. Let me see if I can send it. Maybe I might can send it to my hold on one second. That would never happen. But like I said, some people, they don't educate themselves. And when you don't educate yourself to see what's really going out there, you're going to take things for face value. And that's why when it comes to history is always repeating itself, but it's time for people to shine the light. Every time you see stuff like that, shine the light on it. Shine the light, and I truly believe that when it comes to these YouTubers, shine a light on stuff. And I believe that Hillary is going to see it, because why would you let someone like that? And I know, you just helping, but she's looking at you as a freaking like, oh, you part of her accessories. That's exactly what she's looking at you as, part of her accessories, and that's just so disheartening. And that's why I said, when you see stuff like that, shine the light on it. Shine the light on it. Let them know what's going on. Okay. Let the world know what's going on. Cause no, hey, that's a beautiful conservative looking goddess, and she's out there toting around, toting luggages. I see if she's toting it, into a Uber, but she's toting it all around the park, carrying luggage all around the park. Make it make sense, guys. I can't make this up if I want to. I can't find it. And the reason why I can't find it, because I went ahead and I deleted that mess. I couldn't watch it no more. I went ahead and deleted that. So it's not letting me find it. But you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Um Island girl, exactly. She really put herself below. That's horrible, guys. I promise you, that is very horrible. And I'm not going to tell you no lie. That is very horrible, for to say that it is the 21st century. Nowhere in the world that we should be allowing these old kinkerworms, these old locusts, these leeches to sit there and guide us like, we are servants. We don't do that. That's over with. That's backwards. And I hope she see it. Share these videos, share these lives, and I'm pretty sure that these writers, they going to jump on that. I'm trying to see if it's letting me pull it up. It's not letting me pull it up because I went ahead and I had to get that mess off, get it out my spirit, because it sent to me. It had sent like a shock value. It sent a shock value. Let me see if this probably be it right here. Let me see. Yeah, this it right here. Let me see. No, I don't think this one it. Yeah, this one it right here. Let me see if it's gonna let me pull it up. Hold on one second. Let me see. Let me get out of this right here. I think this it right there. I think this one it. This one it right here. Yeah, let me see if it might let me pull it up. Give me a second, guys. Let me see. Yeah, this it right here. Let me go ahead and read the copyright disclaimer again. I'm gonna just show you just a snippet, okay? Copyright disclaimer is under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. So again, guys, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. Okay. So I just want you guys just to see this part right here. Okay. Hold on one second.
that I was able to
I just wanted you to see that part right.
come here with my Isha.
Do you see this woman? Do you see this young woman? Her name is Hillary. Just look at her in the back, very conservative. She already had said to Rocio, she told Rocio, she said that she did not want it to be on the cameras. She told her that. Why she didn't respect what she wanted? Why? Why she didn't respect it? Look at that.
Where she wants to show me some.
Look at, hold on, let me show you. Hold on. I want you to see. Just look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I just wanted you guys to see that right there. I'm not going to play the live. I'm not going to play the video, but I just wanted you guys to see that. Just look at that. And this young lady, her name is Hillary. They say her name is Hillary. Told Rocio that she did not want it to be on camera. But see, Rocio wanted her to be on her video to let you know that she's traveling with a help, someone carrying her luggage. She would have never treated someone that the same color her like that. They would have never did it. They would have got in an Uber and they would have enjoyed the scenes out there in the park of the UK. But see, that's to show you they don't value who we are. But the thing about it is that we are grown people now. We are in what I call the age of information. We knows exactly what we're doing. So if we allow that to happen, then like I said there and say, they're gonna continue doing it. They're gonna continue doing it. And that's exactly how I see it, guys. This is exactly how I see it. So also Mary Morris say Mao has traveled all over the world and chose this parasite to have a child with and move into his villa. Wow. Like I said, it's just, people see it and people is calling it for what it is. They saying enough is enough. And then here, guys, like I said, it's unapologetic real talk. Unapologetic real talk. That's horrible. That is very horrible. And in here today, guys, thank you for coming in. No script, just us. Let's talk. And this right here is a real talk conversation. No way in the world. No way in the world. Right here in the United States. And I'm going to say it again. That would have never been allowed. That would have never been allowed. The minute when we saw that young lady, I'm talking about the melanated queen that was in the back, walking all around the parks, walking all around, carrying two luggages in her hands, struggling. We would have called that out. We would have called that out. Like I said there and say, you stay where you are with that because, like I said, nobody is going to allow that to happen. And that's real talk. So, guys, thank you for coming in. Mary Moore, Island Girl, my girl, Vika Rowe. Make sure you go ahead and check out Vika Rowe under space. Check our channel out. Also, I want to see more reactors. I want them to shine a light on this right here because we don't do that anymore. Those days are long over with. Those days are long over with. We don't do that anymore. Not here. And that's real talk. That's real talk. Okay. So thank you. Great conversation, unapologetic. Thank you very much. Thank you guys very, very much. So on that note, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. But like I said there and say, it's time for us to take accountability. It's time for us to wake up. We can't continue allowing what I call the kinkerworms, the palmer worms, and the locusts and the caterpillars to continue eating up the children's bread because we are gods and goddesses, and that's real talk. So on that note, guys, you all be blessed and enjoy the rest of your day.
Mothers. Do it all in a moment, just get it. I'm not.
All right, guys.